Hari Om.
Check, check.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.
Check, check, check. Can we all just do together? Okay. Om Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. Okay. Everybody together. Okay. Just that one line. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 4:25, guys. Wonderful. Okay. So you've been wonderful all this time. Another 5 minutes more. Okay. Remember folded hands, everybody. You all know the order. Everybody knows that. Janvi, you ready? Okay. Kamakshi, just go with Janvi what Varun's going to be doing for the introduction.
Yes.
Okay. And we are going to keep this side. As soon as we finish,
He will say this.
the last part, Sakara Mukhim, you all
Hari Om, everyone. As I said before, when Swamiji is entering, please do stand up to welcome him.
Kritagnyata or gratitude is a beautiful composition by Pujya Guruji, Swami Tejo Mayananda, as an outpouring of gratitude to our Pujya Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda. Shloka class children will chant the lilting verses of Kritagnyata as we gather to share the same gratitude for our Swami Dhirananda, who embodies all Sri Gurudev has given us. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Samskrite Dikshahanim Cha Bharatasya Cha Dushtitim Dravitam Hridayam Yasya Vandeham Tam Mahamunim Nishkriya Karuna Kwapi Sapala Na Bhavishyati Iti Matva Sarvadaiva Karmani Vartate Yatihi Swayam Purvan Karayamsha Karmani Vividhani Yaha Asakta Sarvakaryeshu Vartate Sarvada Cha Saha Jnana Yajna Pracharam Cha Brahmachari Prashikshanam Shruti Smriti Puranadi Vyakhya Grantha Prakashanam Balakeshu Cha Samskaraha Vicharo Yuvakeshu Cha Dharmanishta Desha Bhaktihi Lokaseva Tathaiva Cha Yatha Vriddhim Prapnuvanti Tatha Yatnam Karoti Saha Sarvada Sarvabhavena Sadgururno Yatishvaraha Ye Guna Sarvashastreshu Varnyante Brahmanyaninam Tairayam Sarvada Purnaha Rajate Sarvayoginam Nirgune Nishchala Nishtha Sadhune Sarasaratihi Sangamo Madhuraschayam Deshikeno Mahatmani Aneka Janmarjita Punya Praptaha Maya Gururyo Jagati Prasiddhaha Yasya Prasadena Manat Prashantam Babhuvametam Shirasa Namami Kritagnyataya Cha Hridi Sthita Me Vaktum Na Shakya Khalu Yatnatopi Guro Prasida Kripaya Videhi Tvatpada Bhaktim Paramanuraktim Guro Prasida Kripaya Videhi Tvatpada Bhaktim Paramanuraktim Tvatpada Bhaktim Paramanuraktim Tvatpada Bhaktim Paramanuraktim.
Shloka and summer camp children will now recite Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, opening verses, followed by verses 37 to 42, and the concluding verses. Here, Lord Sri Krishna impresses upon Arjuna the glory of Buddhi Yoga. Om Hari Om
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Atha Dvitiyodhyayaha Sankhya Yogaha Hato va prapsyasi swargam Jitva va bhokshase mahim Tasmaduttishta Kaunteya Yuddhaya Krita Nishchayaha
उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। ॐ हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओं सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
Summer camp children will now recite Sankata Mochana, Sri Hanuman Ashtakam, a composition by Sri Tulsidas-ji in praise of Sri Hanumanji. Hanumanji is the absolute problem solver. This Ashtakam extols Hanumanji's greatness and his ability to remove all obstacles in our lives. Sankata Mochana
देवना आदि करी बिन
Hari Om, everyone. First off, a huge thank you to our shloka classes from Chinmaya, Somnath, and Frederick, as well as the summer camp children for that lovely invocation. This was certainly an example of the miraculous impact that our CMWRC programs have on our children. Now, we want to welcome you all to our 2022 annual fundraiser, where we all have the invaluable opportunity to pay tribute to our beloved Swami Dhirananda Ji. I'm Krishna Priya, and I'm honored to be your MC for tonight. We have a great program lined up for you this evening. Just to give you all a brief rundown of the program, from now until about 7:30 p.m., we'll first be watching various groups of CMWRC pay tribute to Swamiji, and then we'll listen to a message from Swamiji himself. Dinner will then be served at around 7:30 p.m. Next, we have some house rules. Please keep your phones on airplane mode, and please also do not use your phones to record any part of the program. The event is being fully recorded, and the recording will be made available to you all, so there's no need for any personal recordings. Please do not bring any food or drinks into the auditorium. Please maintain silence so that everyone can enjoy the program. And if anyone needs to use the restroom during the program, they are located right outside the hall. In terms of applause, please hold your applause until all the tributes have been shown so we can move through the program as per schedule. And finally, if anyone would like to take pictures with Swamiji, there will be plenty of opportunities to do so right after the program, in the hall as well as the dining hall. Now, let's welcome our president, Anil Kishorji, to say a few words.
Hari Om. What a beautiful performance by our children. This is really amazing because one of the reasons we have this AFR is to put our financial stability in such a way that the children have a debt-free spiritual exposure throughout the years. Every AFR is also a celebration. And this particular AFR is a special celebration, as you will find out. Today, we are honoring our own Swamiji, Swami Dhirananda, who has devoted 33 plus years to Chinmaya Mission, to Gurudev, and to CMWRC. It also happens to be his 60th birthday. In all my connections with CMWRC, Swamiji has been my mentor. And our Vedanta teachers are here and they will vouch for it. He's always given encouragement. He's always been positive. And it is because of him we have grown. Our growth is a testimony to the great spiritual leader we are fortunate to have amongst us. Now, why are we really here today? The video, please.
शन्तनु तुते सर्वदा मुदं शन्तनु शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी ईश्वरः सदा त्वां च रक्षतु ईश्वरः सदा त्वां च रक्षतु प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी ईश्वरः सदा रक्षतु ईश्वरः सदा त्वां च रक्षतु जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे जन्मदिनमिदम् अयि प्रियसखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदम् सर्वदा मुदम् सर्वदा मुदम्
Now, enjoy the review from our Chinmaya Setakari.
Hari Om Swamiji. Swamiji, you've been a guiding force in my life since I was 4 or 5 years old. And I wanted to share 3 important moments or memories that I have. One is when I was maybe 6, 7, or 8 years old, we used to go almost every month or every few months to Salisbury with Swamiji. There was a Jnani Yajna there at the Barhan's residence, and my dad and I would accompany Swamiji to the Jnani Yajna. And on one of these trips, we went to the beach. I think it was Ocean City. And it was a cold, windy day, and none of us were prepared for the beach. We were in normal clothes, but I still wanted to go in the water. And Swamiji, you ran in the water with me, and I've shared a photo of both of us just getting soaked in the waves on a cold day, and both of us are just beaming, smiling, and laughing. And the whole car ride back, we were very wet and cold, and there were trash bags all over the car to protect the car from the water. But we had a very fun time, and that was a very impressionable childhood memory that with Swamiji. Second one is, of course, in summer camp, Swamiji's stories and learning Hanuman Chalisa with Swamiji. I was first exposed to Hanuman Chalisa in summer camp, and that is why I feel I've memorized Hanuman Chalisa, and the love for that shloka is because of Swamiji. And third, when I graduated high school, Swamiji, you gave me this Krishna locket with, it has a japamala inside. And I've taken it with me to college, and wherever I've gone, it's accompanied me. And I feel it's a very special, not just keepsake, but a very special item in my possession that Swamiji gave me and told me how to do japa on the mala after I graduated high school. And so these are for small moments that I cherish, and I wish Swamiji the happiest and healthiest birthday and continued health in the future. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Pranam Swamiji. Wish you many, many happy returns of the day. Best wishes from Karthik, Anay, Achyut and myself. Swamiji, I still remember the day that you had called and asked why we were withdrawing from Balavihar program, and I was telling you that Anay probably has to grow a little bit older before he starts the class, and he might be troubling the teachers. And I still remember the day you called us and said that Balavihar is a transformational program and that Anay should definitely benefit from it. And I'm so thankful for the call that you made. That is a turning point in our life. We never stopped coming back to Balavihar and the summer camp program that is running so successfully today. We really, really appreciate all of your efforts in guiding our kids in the Sanatana Dharma. Thank you so much for everything you do. You are inspiring. Your presence is a blessing for all of us. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om. The first time I met Swami Dyananda, I was in 4th or 5th grade, and my family had just started doing Chinmaya mission. And I remember seeing him speak in front of one of our events, and frankly being a little bit intimidated and scared of him. He told lots of great stories and had funny jokes, but I was still very scared to meet him in person, knowing how important he was to CMWRC and how much work he did. Since that time, I've been part of the mission both as a Balavihar student, as a chick, as a Balavihar teacher, in so many ways. And in that time, Swamiji has provided so much guidance and insight and knowledge and education to me and my whole family, and it has been very, very greatly appreciated. His warmth and love and knowledge and everything that he's passed to us has meant so much to me, and it's been such a great source of support, knowing that he's always in my corner. He always has my best interest at heart. He's always there with a good story or a funny joke or a piece of advice to give me. And that has been such a valuable part of my Chinmaya mission experience, as well as my life experience over the last 15 or 20 years. So, Swamiji, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, for my family, for CMWRC and the entire community. It means so much to us, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Hari Om. My pranams to Swamiji. Since I was 8 years old, Swamiji has been a constant presence in my life. Every moment with Swamiji has been so full of love and wisdom, and I've been so grateful for every opportunity to spend time with him. Though I have been blessed to be around Swamiji for most of my life, I especially cherish the summer camps that I attended when I was growing up. Back then, the camps used to last 9 to 10 weeks, the entire summer. Though I didn't quite realize it at the time, spending so much time at Swamiji's feet was such an invaluable gift, especially at that age. When I think about what Swamiji has taught me, it is so hard to put into words, as every moment with him contains a profound teaching. I can say that Swamiji has shown me the right path, the right blueprint for how to live in every aspect of life. Through Swamiji, I see that it is indeed possible to live a life of constant peace amidst all circumstances, to serve all selflessly and lovingly, and the importance of always keeping ourselves at Gurudev's feet in all moments. Again, I offer my pranams to Swamiji. I'm so grateful to have Swamiji in my life. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Swamiji's presence in my life has been one of my greatest blessings. When I look back on my childhood, it's filled with memories of listening to Swamiji's stories and laughing at Swamiji's jokes and trying to figure out Swamiji's riddles. My sister and I used to love celebrating our birthdays with Swamiji because his presence just made those celebrations so special. Even in the greatest moments of grief, Swamiji was there. I very vividly remember Swamiji being with us in the hospital room, leading us through the chanting of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra on the day we had to say goodbye to our mother, which was probably the hardest moment of my life. And that memory provided me the tools to face grief and face other emotionally challenging moments in my life. And then later on, as I grew up and became a young adult, I believe it was Swamiji who identified my husband before even I recognized him. And it was such a special moment to have Swamiji be a part of my transition into married life. And now I get to experience a whole new kind of joy in watching our son develop his own association with Swamiji. At bedtime, we like to read the book Krishna Loves You, which was a gift from Swamiji to Madhav on the day that he met him. And every time we read it, it reminds us both of your presence in our lives. So when people call me Lucky instead of Lakshmi, I never correct them because I truly feel that I am lucky to have had Swamiji's presence throughout my life at every pivotal stage. Swamiji embodies egoless action and the joy of simply being. And the mere thought of Swamiji is a reminder to us to practice the same. And so I pray that Swamiji's presence in all of our lives remain constant for many, many, many more years to come. Hari Om.
Hari Om to Pujya Swamiji on behalf of Vivek and Sheila and Vyasa and Shuka. We all wish Pujya Swamiji a happy birthday to Pujya Swamiji's body. We know Pujya Swamiji is not born. We know this because we know Pujya Swamiji knows Brahman. And so this gathering, this celebration is only about Pujya Swamiji's body. This body which has made Brahman accessible to all of us. I keep reflecting on how many birthdays I have, and one of them is the birthday of Rishi Vyasa, our Sadguru Shishya Parampara. And on this day, I reflect on, have I offered myself to the Sadguru Shishya Parampara? And now that can be a loaded phrase, offering, surrendering, and so on. When I reflect on Pujya Swamiji, the virtue that stands out the most for me is Suhrit, the one who is large-hearted, as Bhagavan Krishna shares in chapter 6. One who's large-hearted is one who gives without expecting. And my whole life that I've been with Pujya Swamiji, Swamiji has only given and given and given and never expected. It is because of this love that can only come from one who's large-hearted that on Pujya Swamiji's body's birthday, I reflect on, am I becoming more large-hearted? Am I becoming more loving? And I hold Pujya Swamiji as my role model, as the standard that I need to live up to. We, myself, Srila Vyasa and Shuka, all pray to Pujya Gurudev for Pujya Swamiji's health and happiness, and to ever revel with him, that is Pujya Gurudev, to ever revel with him, that is Bhagavan Krishna. Hari Om.
Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Pranamamyaham Gurudevam Aharnisham. Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Pranamamyaham Gurudevam Aharnisham. Dharmodharakam Gita Pracharakam, Dharmodharakam Gita Pracharakam, Anandarupam Atmaswarupam, Anandarupam Atmaswarupam. Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Pranamamyaham Gurudevam Aharnisham. Tamasaharakam Utsahavardhakam, Tamasaharakam Utsahavardhakam, Tapovanashisham Tattvaswarupam, Tapovanashisham Tattvaswarupam. Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Pranamamyaham Gurudevam Aharnisham. Prema Hridainam Paramaviraginam, Prema Hridainam Paramaviraginam, Sanyasinam Gurum Shirasanamamyaham, Sanyasinam Gurum Shirasanamamyaham. Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Jaya Gurudevam Chinmayanandam, Pranamamyaham Gurudevam अहर्निशं जय गुरुदेवं जय गुरुदेवं जय गुरुदेवम् श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।
What a lovely tribute video. Thank you so much to everyone who was involved in that. So now we're going to take a couple minutes to allow the chanting children to reunite with their parents. Or, as Swamiji would say, let's allow the cause and effect to be reunited. Now, the way this will work is, and I can see the children already kind of coming in and getting situated, which is nice. The way this will work is I'll sing 5 lines of a song, just 5 lines, and then this song will be on behalf of all the parents who are trying to find their children. By the time I'm done singing, the lights are going to turn off and the next tributes are going to start. So everyone needs to be seated by then, otherwise you'll be stumbling in the dark. So this needs to move quickly. And parents, while this is happening, please wave to your child so they can find you quickly. All right. Chanda hai tu, mera suraj hai tu, ओ मेरी आँखों का तारा है तू, जीती हूँ मैं बस तुझे देख के, ये मेरे दिल का सहारा है तू, चंदा है तू, मेरा सूरज है तू. Okay. Most children are situated by now. I can still see a couple more children. That's fine. We'll give everyone a chance to settle down. Looks like everyone has settled down. Great job, everyone. There's no one stumbling in the dark. Okay. So now let's enjoy tributes from our study groups, our Balavihar program, and our chicks.
चिन्मयं शशिशेखरं परमानन्दं गुरुमाश्रये चिन्मयं शशिशेखरं परमानन्दं गुरुमाश्रये ज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकं भवभेषजं गुरुमाश्रये ज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकं भवभेषजं गुरुमाश्रये सिद्धवाडिविराजितं परिपालकं गुरुमाश्रये सिद्धवाडिविराजितं परिपालकं गुरुमाश्रये चिन्मयं शशिशेखरं परमानन्दं गुरुमाश्रये चिन्मयं शशिशेखरं
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
My name is Vijay Narayan. My lasting impression from Swamiji and how he's impacted me is that when I first moved to Maryland, I was quite nervous about whether I'd find a sense of community here. Luckily, I was introduced to Chinmaya Mission, and through Swamiji, who would constantly inquire whether I was coming to Sunday chat and chai with the chicks, and ensure that I taught my online classes at the ashram so I can feel that warmth and sense of community. It's really impacted me and gave me a sense of fulfillment here.
Hi, everyone. My name is Krishna Priya, and my favorite memory of Swamiji is when one time I was on my way to a singing performance, which Swamiji knew about, and I felt myself getting a little tense about it. And right at that moment, Swamiji had texted my mom saying something along the lines of, tell Krishna Priya to stay cool, stay calm, she'll do well, it'll be fine. And I just remember feeling instantly better after hearing that. And it was just, there's just so many instances like that where Swamiji has always known the perfect thing to say when I'm stressed out, and I just feel instantly better. And this was just one of those many moments.
Be the first of the brahmacharis to get up, use the bathroom, and go stand outside Gurudev's kutia. And so then then Gurudev would come out like right before 4 o'clock, or 3:34.
No, but 3:50, 3:55, okay. Before 4.
Before 4. And because at 5 o'clock they have Vedic chanting. And so before an hour before he'd come out, he could have written his letters and done with preparations inside, but he came out.
So there was a table inside also. So they can write letters inside, but he'll come out before 4. Because I will come there by 3:50, 3:55. Tom will come out. So we were the first people to see. We'll do namaskar. Then Swami will go and sit down. And Swami starts writing letters. Every day, for 45 days for the camp. So I get up at 3 o'clock. Swami also must have got up at 3 o'clock. Well, because his class is only 5:30. But our Vedic chanting is 5 o'clock. So I sit at his feet from 4 to 4:55. I sit. 4:55, I get up and do namaskar. He said, oh, Vedic chanting? He said, yes, sir. I go for Vedic chanting. It's like this for 45 days. But every day he was always there. Whole life.
Hari Om. My name is Geeta Shanbag, and I'm going to share my favorite memory with Swamiji in this video. So my family and I came this past summer of 22, for the summer camp Diksha. We came together as a family and we sat down and we had a lovely dinner with Swamiji. And I was sitting next to my younger brother Anand Shanbag during the dinner. And when we were, eating, Swamiji noticed that Anand was not calling me Geeta Ka or Geeta Didi or using any sort of honorific when referring to me. And Swamiji was very aghast by this because, how can he refer to his older sister just by her first name because we have a 13-year age gap. So he basically sat my younger brother down and was like explaining the importance of, using an honorific term when you're addressing a person who is older to you in your family, especially when, she does so much for you. So it was honestly really meaningful for me because after that point he started calling me Geeta Ka, and it means a lot to me because we wanted to get him into the habit of it when, he was younger, but he didn't really start doing it until Swamiji sat him down and explained the significance of it. So that's my favorite memory that I have with Swamiji.
So one of my favorite memories of Swamiji was when I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I got cast as one of the 5 Pandavas in summer camp. So in one scene, we had to be miming eating food, and so I don't know if it was a joke or if we didn't know any better, but me and a couple of my friends started miming food as if we were eating like sandwiches, biting into it. And only one person actually knew how to correctly eat it as if we were eating rice. And so Swamiji came to critique us at this scene, and he specifically called out me and everyone, saying, that's not how you eat food as a Pandava. You eat rice with your hand and fingers as such. So if nothing else that day, I learned how best to be miming eating rice.
You see the monkey? The fourth monkey?
I am the fourth monkey.
Fourth monkey. Yeah, that has to go on that side.
We're all the fourth monkey.
Huh? No, the tip. That's not tipping. The tip is not touching.
What tip?
See, the tip of the finger is touching the line of the.
Okay.
Like that, you touch the thumb.
Okay.
Now keep it on the.
Boom. Boom.
You know, center.
Center.
Now.
Boom.
I can't even reach.
Boom.
Keep it.
Right.
You didn't remove it.
My name is Dhruv. My favorite memory of Swamiji was during the volunteer appreciation event. It was a little late, it was around 9 p.m. and I like making tea. And so I asked Swamiji jokingly, Swamiji, should I make tea? And I thought for sure the answer would be no, but to my surprise, he said yes. So I made tea for everyone, but I made tea for everyone, but I didn't think Swamiji would actually drink the tea. And then Swamiji asked, where's my tea? So that's my favorite memory of Swamiji.
My name is Sahil, and my favorite memory of Swamiji is when I was in Balvihar. At one point, my class came up to have lunch with him, and I was being very disrespectful. I was looking at my phone, playing games, but even despite that, Swamiji took steps to connect with me. He thought of a clever math fact to tell me because he knows that I like math. And so I just love how he's always willing to put in that effort to connect with even disrespectful kids.
And Sanila is sitting here. He's going all. And then finally, oh, you also please come. Yes, offended and say, I'm not coming. It's an insult to the son-in-law.
Lord Shiva and Dutch Prajapati.
Please go.
That's a good one. Is he like a creator? Like not the creator, but a creator?
Intellect, our own intellect. Very arrogant and son-in-law is Lord Shiva. But his daughter also same like that, Sati. Very intellectual and very arrogant. As the father, so the daughter. So intellects. Then comes Parvati. They are the faith like mountain.
Hari Om. My name is Keshav Kanta. My favorite memory of Swami Dhirananda came during my first year of teaching Bal Vihar. That year I was teaching symbolism in Hinduism, and I had decided to teach my students about the Dashavatara. But at the time there was no text really explaining what the symbolism of each avatara was. So I went to Swami Dhirananda, and in over an hour, he sat and explained each avatara to me and what I should teach the students about the symbolism. And in doing so, taught me what the symbolism was. I really, really cherish that memory, and so thank you once more, Swamiji.
Thank you. My name is Vidya. I'm a Sikh. My favorite lesson that I learned from Swamiji was the first time I came for chat and chai with Swamiji. He had asked me what I'm doing and where I am. So I told him that I was going to teach the Bhuvanam this year at Chinmaya. And he told me one lesson that I should always remember is that if a student asks a question that I don't know the answer to, then I should just praise them so well that they forget the question they asked.
That's the one thing I wanted to share is in the 3 satsangs I visited, I love the acronyms.
There's an acronym for PEMDAS that Swamiji uses, right?
Oh, yes.
What is that one?
What is the other PEMDAS?
Please
excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Why should I ask excuse of my Aunt Sally? The PEMDAS is please enthuse. Please enthuse me, dear, awesome Swami.
Hari Om. My name is Rahul, and I think my favorite lesson, or the most important lesson I've learned from Swami Dhirananda is to keep smiling. There's that famous Gurudev quote, life is a tragedy for those who feel, but a comedy for those who think. Keep smiling. That, to me, I think is the most important thing I've gathered from Swamiji and through him, Gurudev. Regardless of how tough things get or confusing things are, keep smiling. Everything kind of just comes out in the wash eventually. So, thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om. My name is Sandhya. One of my favorite memories with Swamiji is one time Swamiji randomly called me in the middle of my senior year in college, and he asked me to choreograph this special dance for summer camp. It wasn't going to be one of the group dances. It was going to be a special mangalam to be at the end of the annual day. And it really touched me that Swamiji thought of me to choreograph it. And it's these small little acts that Swamiji does that really helps instill confidence in all of us.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Swamiji. Happy birthday to you.
Hari Om. My name is Pranvik Sai.
Hari Om. My name is Pranavi Bhamidi Pati.
Hari Om. My name is Anvita Bangalore.
Today we are celebrating our dear Swamiji's special 60th milestone birthday, Shashti Purti. Gurudev touched the life of our beloved Swamiji in a special way. Our beloved Swamiji touched the lives of all our Balavihar families.
The entire Chinmaya Balavihar community, from the Silver Spring chapter, Frederick chapter, Somnath chapter and Richmond chapter, have contributed to this collective Balavihar wishes. We offer this as a video presentation to celebrate our Swamiji together. This is a very small attempt from our very huge Chinmaya Balavihar family.
Among this collective offering to our Swamiji, you will see a combination of the following: class portraits and their respective offerings. The offerings in various forms such as coloring, artwork, describing what Swamiji means to them, how Swamiji inspired their lives, and much more. Sit back and relish the presentation. Namaskaram.
Swamiji. I hope you have a very wonderful 60th birthday.
Wish you a very happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday to you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Harsha Hari Om. Harsha Hari Om. Ishvara Hari Om. Aikaika Hari Om. Rishi Hari Om. Ananda Hari Om. Very good.
Happy
birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hari Om. Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday, Swamiji. Hari Om. Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Thank you again for those awesome tributes. Now, since we just watched a bunch of videos in a row, let's all do something fun real quick, just to get everyone moving a little. So everyone has 30 seconds to turn to your neighbor and share one word that comes to your mind when you think of Swamiji. Not a sentence, not a paragraph, one word. Everyone ready? Go. Okay. Awesome. Hopefully everyone got a chance to share, and hopefully that got everyone a little more energized. All right, now let's enjoy the tributes from the Richmond, Chinmaya Somnath, and Frederick chapters.
Hari Om, and a hello from Richmond. We want to do three things with your time. We want to share how we introduce ourselves to the community in Richmond. We want to share perspectives of Richmond members on the Guru Parampara from Gurudev to Swamiji. And we want to share how we instruct ourselves in the Gita and how we engage in the community. To introduce Chinmaya Mission Richmond to the local community, we use this 30-second video. At Chinmaya Mission Richmond, there is something for everyone in your family. Join us Sunday mornings to allow your children to explore the Indian culture and widen their social circle, while you explore the Gita group. Women may join the Devi group to provide mutual support, to socialize, and to connect with their own inner peace. Also join us in bhajans, pujas, and other celebrations through the year. Neil and Meena are the coordinators of Chinmaya Mission Richmond. Here are their stories in Chinmaya Mission.
55 years ago, when I was 19, I attended Swami Chinmayananda's lectures. A statement by Swamiji that a Muni could be a suited, booted, courted man caught my attention. And that started my journey in learning Bhagavad Gita. Gurudev was very inspiring. I was initiated in learning Bhagavad Gita by Gaurang Bhai Nanavati when I joined his study groups. Gaurangbhai encouraged us to start a study group when we moved to Dallas. Also encouraged us to organize Swami Purushottamanandaji's camps, Gita Gnani Yagnas, and also Swamini Pavitranandaji's lectures in Dallas. Swami Purushottamanandaji demonstrated what a detached person looks like. Swamini Pavitranandaji taught us the value of religious traditions and bhajans. When we moved to Northern Virginia in 1988, Brahmachari Sudhir Chaitanya arrived in 1989. And this is where we really started making progress in our understanding of Vedanta and Bhagavad Gita. Swami Dhiranandji encouraged us to participate in all Chinmaya Mission activities, including organizing Swami Tejamanandaji's retreats and lectures. And we learned from Swami Tejamanandaji what is the real meaning of all these Vedantic words like Samadhi. Swami Dhiranji became guiding light when we moved to Richmond. He asked us to continue our sadhana through conducting Gita classes and Bal Vihar in Richmond. Swamiji came every year to encourage us to conduct Gita Gnani Yagnas. We missed you, Swamiji. We are continuing these activities under your guidance. We hope that you will be always there to guide us. We wish you a very happy 60th birthday and we want to see you in Richmond. Hari Om.
Hari Om. We are delighted to be part of Swami Dhirananda's 60th birthday celebration. Swami Dhirananda has contributed a lot in my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey started when I was in first year of college. I met Neil and he took me to Gita lecture of Swami Chinmaya. My friends found it very strange that my boyfriend took me to Gita class on the date. However, I found it very fascinating lectures. Since then, I have taken every opportunity to attend Gurudev's lectures and camps. My degree is in child psychology and I have a keen interest in child development. So naturally, I focus on Bal Vihar. I started coordinating Bal Vihar classes in Dallas and continued the pursuit when we moved to Northern Virginia in 1989 at Dr. Naidu's home. The Bal Vihar classes flourished in Fairfax and we moved the classes from Dr. Naidu's home to the Bird Community Center in our neighborhood. After some time, I decided to stop teaching Bal Vihar. When I discussed with Swami Dhirananda, he told me giving up is not the solution. You have to continue Gurudev's work. With his guidance and inspiration, I started new Bal Vihar classes in McLean. And Swami Dhirananda ji was always there to guide me and give me the right advice. When we moved to Richmond, I pursued the same path of conducting Bal Vihar and youth classes. However, I enjoyed organizing Swami Dhirananda's annual Gita Gnani Yagnas and Bhiksha the most. Swamiji's involvement in the summer camps inspired me to conduct summer camp in Richmond. I conducted summer camp from 1998 until 2010. Swamiji's Gita Yagna were well received in Richmond and many families still remember him and have very fond memories. Often they talk about their unique experience of hosting Swamijis at their home for Bhiksha. Before they met Swami Dhirananda, they never expected Swami could be as friendly, humorous, and good with children. They keep inquiring when Swamiji would revisit Richmond. My greatest wish is to see Swamiji conducting Gita Gnani Yagna again in Richmond. We pray to Gurudev and Almighty Sri Krishna to make my wish come true. All of us at Richmond chapter wish Swami Dhiranandaji's happy 60th birthday and many more. Hari Om.
Each of our other members also have their unique stories. We have chosen two to share with you. Do listen to Sid and then Aparna.
I did not know Swami Chinmaya very well. He gave a lecture at MIT. He had a very unique presence. He projected himself. When he said something, you had to pay attention. He spoke to your inner fears. He gave us hope. All these worries we had. But somehow what Swamiji said, it was very inspiring. It's not just an ordinary, lecture on philosophy or religion or something like that. It made a big impression. So after many years, when I came to Richmond and discovered that Neil and Meena Bhatt are giving these classes, I joined them, and I have never regretted it.
Swami Dhirananda was in Richmond in 2008, and we had invited him home for Bhiksha. I was very anxious when he agreed to come. The first thing I noticed when he stood at the door was his beautiful smile. He walked straight in, he looked around, and he found himself a chair, and he walked straight and he sat down. And then he looked at all around us, we said, sit down, sit down. That way of Swamiji, of putting us at ease, I believe, is the mark of an exalted master. During that entire visit of an hour or two, we discussed many things. One of the things that I remember sharing with him was my experience of meditation. And me being a beginner on the path of meditation and sharing my experiences with a master, I was anxious, as I said, but at the same time, Swamiji was listening with full attention, with complete curiosity. He's asking me how my experience was. His behavior of putting me at ease or making me feel that every experience I have to share matters has left this beautiful feeling of warmth with me. What stayed with me is Swamiji's humbleness and his unpretentious behavior. And today, after all these years, that has inspired me somewhere to serve Chinmaya mission in my own way. And I teach Shivam class. I try to be as approachable as possible. So I want to thank Swami Dhirananda and wish him all the best. And happy 60th birthday.
Now Ram will tell you about our approach to Gita study, and Mala will tell you how we engage with the local community.
Hello, I'm Ram Gupta. I'm a student in Gita class here, and I'm also a professor of engineering in Virginia, living in Richmond. And I've been coming to Gita classes for the last 8 years. And it has been really very beneficial to my professional and personal lives. The format that this class has used really is inspired by the best practices that Chinmaya Mission has. And let me describe how the class is run. Class is actually divided into 3 portions of 30 minutes each. 3 verses are selected and they're announced beforehand. And then the first 30 minutes is used by expert teacher, Mr. Neil Bhatt, to explain the last week's verses. And after that, a volunteer who is also pre-decided a week before comes prepared with the current verses and gives their explanation of the verses. And after that, the last 30 minutes actually is used by all the students who give their own perspective on the current 3 verses. So people actually bring in their own perspective and realize the verses through their lives, their lenses. Each student is outputting the knowledge, doing something with it. That makes the learning more deeper. And this is what actually modern education science has found, that in any learning, you input the idea in the mind, but then if you output, then the learning is much more deeper. And that is very well practiced in this class. And interestingly now, the main education community is finding that out, that what this chapter has been using all along. So we are enjoying this class and it's very useful to us.
Hari Om, my name is Mala Anand. I have the distinct honor of introducing the service projects of the Chinmaya group. Over the past several months, this extremely dedicated group of youngsters has made sandwiches for the homeless shelter. We have a lot of upcoming projects where we plan to work with the Central Virginia Food Bank as well as Habitat for Humanity. The goal of this group and the commitment to each other in the community is admirable, and we really are proud of them. There's a place for everyone in our community. The Devi group comprises of a very impressive group of women from every walk of life. We choose to support each other. This is a great friendship between us, and we hope to uplift each other, and we do so through prayer, through shlokas, through chanting, as well as many other spiritual endeavors. Our extended families also frequently gather for bhajan sandhyas. It's a wonderful opportunity to see everyone, including grandparents and parents, visiting members of the community who don't ordinarily have the opportunity to participate in other Chinmaya activities. We seek to be the lamp that lights countless others and live the teachings of Lord Krishna via the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you.
I will leave you with a bhajan by Neil, the lyrics of which were given to him by Swamiji. Hari Om.
Happy birthday, Happy birthday, Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Swamiji. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Swamiji. Happy birthday, Swamiji. Frederick Shivam class. Hari Om. Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Happy birthday, Swamiji. Happy birthday, Swamiji.
1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Hari Om, Swamiji. Happy birthday. We are very grateful to you, Swamiji, for everything.
For
Hari Om.
everything, thank you, Swamiji. Happy birthday.
Hari Om Swamiji, we are so blessed to have you. Wish you a very happy birthday, and may your life be filled with eternal happiness and unending smiles.
Hari Om Swamiji, Sashtiput Subhakanksha.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy 60th birthday. We are so thankful for all your love, guidance since the moment we met you, Swamiji. Thank you so much for everything.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy 60th birthday. Thanks for all the wonderful time we had with you during the bhikshas and satsangs and every time we met you. Thank you.
Pirandanal Bhartakala Swamiji, I hope you have a very wonderful 60th birthday.
Wish you a very happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday to you.
Hari Om. Bye.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Thank you both for coming. May God and Gurudev continue to bless you and us all through you.
You are a real blessing and source of inspiration for all of us. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Shashtyabda Purti Ashamsagal. Many happy returns of the day. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Swamiji. All the best, and thank you for being there for all of us. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Swamiji, we admire your great sense of humor and ease of communication. For example, you will ask kids, Have you seen mango on the coconut tree? Or Surekha can rap.
We are blessed how you remember Nayan and Pranay and always inquire about them. Namaskar
आणि वाढदिवसाच्या हार्दिक शुभेच्छा.
Hari Om, Smriti Hari Prakasha here. I just wanted to wish you Swamiji a very happy birthday.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday to you.
Wish you a very happy birthday, Swamiji. Thank you for continuing to bless all of us at CMWRC. We are very indebted to you. Thank you. Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Wish you a very happy birthday, dear Swamiji. Swamiji, we are so blessed to come across you and Chinmaya Mission. We are really very blessed to be part of the big Chinmaya family. Thank you very much, Swamiji. It's all your grace and blessings on us.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday. பிறந்த நாள் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள் Swamiji. We are very thankful and grateful to you. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you, dear Pujya Swamiji.
Pranam.
Satya and Soman.
Hari Om, happy birthday Swamiji. Happy birthday Swamiji.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday.
Hari Om, happy birthday Swamiji, and thank you for your guidance.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday.
Hari Om Swamiji, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday, Swamiji. May you have good health, happiness, and may God bless you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Happy birthday, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Kanalera Kamala Kantuni Adigo Kanalera Bhakta Paripaluni ఇదిగో కనలేరా శంఖ చక్రధారిణి
As Gurudev said in 1988, Sudhir Chaitanya is the best teacher for Bal Vihar. We in Chidambaram family are indebted to you for what you taught us over 20 years, like Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavad Gita, and most of the Upanishad, and also sadhana. So we cannot express in words what we feel in our heart. I gave you khichdi and you gave us jnana. So my love to you and my namaskarams to you all the time. Hari Om Swamiji.
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Together.
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Shruti, louder. Loud, Shruti. I know you can.
Happy birthday.
Very good. Very good. Okay, Apurva, you want to say happy birthday, Swamiji?
Happy birthday, Swamiji.
Very nice.
Nirvan, you want to say?
Happy, Nirvan. Say happy.
Happy. Arush, you want to say happy? Happy.
Okay, Kritika, you want to say happy birthday, Swamiji? Happy birthday, Swamiji. All right. Sahash, happy birthday, Swamiji. Give a thumbs up. Give a thumbs up.
Swamiji is Avigna Nashanaya Namaha.
Swamiji is really awesome. Swamiji is bliss.
Swamiji is benevolent.
Swamiji is a caring and guiding mentor.
Swamiji is calm and composed.
Swamiji is clever.
Swamiji is compassionate.
Swamiji is funny.
Swamiji is a great Gita Pracharak.
Swamiji is the embodiment of Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara.
Swamiji is the epitome of Jnana and Karuna.
Swamiji is inspiring.
Swami is a guide. Swamiji is intelligent.
He is kind and funny. Swamiji is knowledgeable.
Swamiji is magnificent. Swamiji, you are my Margadarshak.
Swamiji is meticulous. Swamiji is motivational.
Swamiji is brave.
Swamiji is patient.
Swamiji is peaceful.
Swamiji is punctual.
Swamiji is radiant.
Swamiji is relatable.
Swamiji is selfless.
Swamiji is beacon of knowledge.
Swamiji is embodiment of seva.
Swamiji is generous in smiling.
Swamiji is spontaneous.
Swamiji is transforming.
Swamiji is a great teacher.
Swamiji is wise.
Swamiji, you are Utsaha Vardhaka.
Swamiji is witty and humorous.
Swamiji is thoughtful.
Swamiji gives off Zen energy.
Swamiji is ever smiling.
Swamiji is our mentor.
Swamiji is fun.
Swamiji is compassion.
Swamiji is fun.
Swamiji is radiant.
Swamiji is awesome.
Swamiji is motivational.
Swamiji is exemplary. Swamiji is so loving.
Swamiji is inspirational.
Swamiji is encouraging.
Swamiji is inspiring.
Swamiji is blissfully childlike.
Swamiji is happy.
Swamiji is generous.
Swamiji is always available.
Swami is very thought-provoking.
Swamiji is inspiring.
Swamiji is genuine.
Swamiji is always cheerful.
Swamiji has clear thoughts.
Swamiji is spontaneous.
Swamiji reminds me of healthy body, pure mind, brilliant intellect for my spiritual quest.
Swamiji's famous quote, actionless action.
Swamiji distills difficult Vedantic concepts.
Swamiji guides me to develop good virtues.
Swamiji is inspirational.
Swamiji is ever smiling and funny. Swamiji is, again, smiling, always smiling and punctual. Swamiji is people's person.
Swamiji is hilarious.
Swamiji is motivational.
Swamiji is devoted to Gurudev.
Swamiji is a loving parent who is ever cooking great spiritual food for us. Swamiji is very kind and inspiring.
Swamiji is joyful and witty.
Swamiji's presence is very blissful.
Swamiji is funny and inspirational.
Swamiji is Mata Surupani, natural.
Swamiji is blissful. Swamiji is everyone's favorite.
Swamiji is approachable and easy to talk to.
Swamiji is calm and composed. Swamiji is Prem.
Swamiji is vibrant and energetic.
Swamiji is clever.
Swamiji is humorous. Swamiji is Guru Bhakti.
Swamiji is loving and compassionate.
Swamiji is motivational and inspiring.
Swamiji is very good in telling inspirational stories. Swamiji is very enduring.
जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदं शन्तनोतु ते सर्वदा मुदं प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय पुण्यकर्मणा कीर्तिमर्जय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकं जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकं भवतु सार्थकं भवतु सार्थकम्
lovely tribute videos. Thank you again to everyone. We will now conclude the tribute portion of our evening with the tributes from the Summer Immersion Camp and the Chinmayam chapter. Now, I've been told that these tributes, especially the summer camp video, have some really fun and beautiful music, so everyone feel free to sway along to the music as you watch the videos. We would also request Prakashji to be prepared to come on stage after this segment.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ashocyan Anvashocastvam Suranam Nam Nannani Nununa Bhima. Bhima takes the divine drink. The divine drink is so tasty. In one gulp he finishes the one bowl. So the friends got terrified. Moment they get terrified, what do? A-S-A-P. Very good, very good, very good, very good.
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Manu Mukuru Sudha Barnau Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Arahu Kales Vikar Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapil Satya Lok Ujagar Ramadut Atulit Bal Dhama Anjali Putra Pavan Sut Nama Mahavir भुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजग बंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई
श्रीमद् भगवद गीता।
श्रीपति घंट लगावे संकालिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित हरिसा कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते कवि कोविद कह सके कहाँ थे पुता सुखी वही कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना तुम सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर भय जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेले मुख माही जलधि लांघि गयो अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते दुआरे तुम रखवारे भूतना क्या दिन पैसारे तब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना उनको करना आपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट के हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे।
गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्मा गुरु भगवंत गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्मा गुरु भगवंत गुरु मेरी पूजा।
गुरु मेरा देव अलख अभेव हो गुरु मेरा देव अलख अभेव
सर्व पूज्य चरण गुरु सेवा सर्व पूज्य चरण गुरु सेवा गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्मा गुरु भगवंत गुरु मेरी पूजा।
गुरु का दर्शन दिख दिख जीवा हो गुरु का दर्शन दिख दिख जीवा
गुरु के चरण धोई धोई पीवा गुरु के चरण धोई धोई पीवा गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद मंगल सोम भृगु सुत बुधरु गुरु वरदायक तेरो सूरज मंगल सोम भृगु सुत बुधरु गुरु वरदायक तेरो राहु केतु की नाही गम्यता राहु केतु की नाही गम्यता संग शनिचर होत उचेरो जानकीनाथ सहाय करे जब कौन बिगाड़ करे नर तेरो जानकीनाथ सहाय दुष्ट दुशासन विमल द्रौपदी चीर उतार कुमंतर प्रेरो दुष्ट दुशासन विमल द्रौपदी चीर उतार कुमंतर प्रेरो जाकी सहाय करी करुणानिधि जाकी सहाय करी करुणानिधि बढ़ गए चीर के वार घनेरो जानकीनाथ सहाय करे जब कौन बिगाड़ करे नर तेरो जानकी नाथ सहाय
Hari Om, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good? Happy? Did you cry? How many people cried? How many people laughed? You laughed? Excellent. Okay, I just want to take a minute to say, Krishna Priya, you've been doing such a great job this evening. Can you please give her a round of applause?
Thank you so much, Auntie.
We just literally said, can you do MC please? And her answer was, sure, Auntie. And here she is, just doing a terrific job. Thank you all very much for encouraging our younger generation to step up, to do things like this.
Thank you so much, Auntie, and everyone for this incredible opportunity to serve Swamiji. Now we would like to welcome Prakashji, our treasurer, to the stage to learn about our financial status. Now, you all have been such a great, energetic audience tonight. So to keep that spirit going, while Prakashji comes up, let's give a huge round of applause for all the tributes for yourself and for Prakashji. Everyone clap like it's your birthday.
Hari Om, Hari Om. Now, after all this beautiful music and melodious voices, you have to hear this drab voice and talking about finances. As a matter of fact, we have all seen the picture of Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is served by Goddess Lakshmi. So for the steadiness that we need, Lakshmi ji has to be there too. So let's go through what happens to all the Lakshmi that you provide to the mission. So we'll go to I will probably go through first few slides pretty quickly because most of you know our Guru Parampara and all. Excuse me. Do I have Yes. I'm sorry, I cannot stand in front of that light and see the slides and talk to you also. So I will move around and talk. So lineage of Guru Parampara is the source of our knowledge that enriches us every single day. Next slide, please. Our current permanent trustee of Chinmaya Mission Washington Regional Center is Swami Swarupanandaji. I'll not go through the whole slide as such, you can read, but he has been the head of the entire worldwide Chinmaya Mission. So next slide, please. So all the activities that we do worldwide are trying to be picturized in this particular slide. So we have different projects, we have different courses, we have different institutions, services like the CORD, and also schools and colleges. We already heard about the Chinmaya Vishwavidyalaya, Vidyapita. So we had a crowdfunding recently to establish the dormitories for the students there as well as for the staff. Next slide, please. Next one. We established 2 facilities to train our children, also to train the adults. So next slide, please. Next one. We have actually 4 chapters. Previous slide. Sorry. Previous slide. So we have 4 chapters. One is Chinmayam in Silver Spring, Chinmaya Mission Frederick in Maryland, Chinmaya Mission chapter in Salisbury we have, but this is a study group. Chinmaya Somnath, which is in Chantilly, a vibrant chapter. And also we just saw that Chinmaya Mission in Richmond. Those are our chapters. Next one, please. We are actually having these facilities to provide all the training that we do. In '89 we had the Kailash Nivas. We bought that one, is completely debt-free. In 2003 we had Chinmayam. In 2008 we acquired Devi Nivas mainly for the parking facilities. Chinmayam did not have the parking facilities at all. They were not adequate. In 2014 we completed Chinmaya Somnath. Now the next goal is to be able to finish Chinmaya Anandam. We don't know when, but we're marching towards that. As we saw, our guiding light is our Pujya Swami Dhiranandaji. Everyone should give a round of good applause, loud applause for Swamiji's help with all this growth that we have so far. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you. Without him, we would not be growing as fast as we did. So next slide, please. We have Vedanta teachers. Swami Dhiranandaji himself is our guiding light. He's the spiritual head of CMWRC. Vilasaniji, Sadanandaji, Anantaji, Vijay Kumarji, Medhaji, Arvind Bhagwatji, both of them are doctors. Sukanyaji and B.K. Satyaji and T.C. Raoji. T.C. Raoji is here also. Medhaji is here, Arvindji is here, Vijay Kumarji is here. So please give a round of applause to all of them, Sukanyaji and B.K. Satyaji. Thank you very much. Thanks for your guidance. Next slide. Vedanta is what we teach. What is Vedanta? Vedanta is values that we live with throughout our life to make us a better person. Next slide, please. The program that we have are Balvihar, Summer Camp, Languages and Shloka, Gita chanting. They are for the children and also for the adults. We have Bhagavad Gita classes, study groups, Vedanta classes, Jnana Yajna spiritual camps, and Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. the Chinmayanandam should be a vision for Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. That's my personal view. Then we have different outreach programs. And Rishaji is the one who has been promoting most of this and heading those. So Dharma Ambassador course is there, interfaith activities. We just had Unity Walk last couple of years before the pandemic. The member of Interfaith Conference in Metro Washington area. And also we have worship services at USNA. So actually Sitaramji and also, I forgot the name right now, sorry. So both of them actually go there and do the service for the Navy personnel. The Sitaramji is here. Please give him a round of applause. We have community services. During the pandemic, we provided 2,000 pounds of food to Manna Food Center, which is located in Maryland. They distribute food for the needy. We had a dilemma during that time because we could not buy the food from the suppliers. They did not have enough food on the shelf, as you have noticed already. So we made arrangement with the Manna Food Center, and they provided the food because they had the resources through the county to get the food and also provide it to the needy. Our own members have been collecting the food bags every week, every month, and provide those. So we have been 3,700 bags have been provided so far to the needy in Maryland. In Virginia, we have been feeding actually hot food to 50 families each week to the homeless shelters. So all the volunteers who head this program continuously, consciously, and meticulously, I want you all to give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So this is actually Vedanta in action, not in just words. So thanks for doing that seva. Next. We have Chinmaya Blossoms, which is a preschool. We started 5 years ago. This year will be the 5th year. We'll be celebrating the completion of 5 years of Chinmaya Blossoms. It's a state-of-art facility that we have. The STEAM technology is what we use for training the kids. It's actually a preparatory school for children to go to the kindergarten. So during the pandemic period, we have also actually offered virtual training. So we had several children from out of state who attended the virtual classes for preschool. Of course, you know that the children cannot sit in front of the screen for a long time. So hats off to the teachers who actually created the program to keep the children engaged and interested in attending those. So round of applause for all the teachers also. Thank you. So next slide, please. So we have these programs, including the Vanaprastha, not only the Czech and the study groups, but Vanaprastha is also one of the programs that has been conducted virtually. Currently, whenever it's possible, we'll try to see if we can have a center or the activity for the adults. The Vanaprastha senior citizens as such. So we're working on that one. So once it is done, we'll announce it. We'll need the volunteers in every field, so we'll be looking for volunteers also for this particular program, which will be upcoming shortly. The next slide, please. We have a board of trustees that meets every 2 to 3 times in a year. The main purpose of the trustees is to decide the policy matters, take a review of where we are, where we want to go, and these are the members. Swami Swarupanandaji is our permanent trustee. Swami Dhiranandaji is our resident Swami. Anil Kishorji is our president. Sitaram Kaut is our secretary. I am the treasurer. Vilasini Balakrishnan. J. Sriram is our joint treasurer. Sri Kumar Gopalakrishnan is our joint secretary. Hari Prakash. Then Suresh Ramakrishnan, Deepa Krishnan, and also Dinesh Kumar Dhanashekaran. The last 3 ones were recently added to the Board of Trustees for the contribution that they have done over the past several years. So welcome to those 3 new members to the trustees. A round of applause for them. They decide the policy matters, but day-to-day operations are done by the executive committee. So next slide, please. This is one. So Anil Kishorji, Sitaram Kota, myself being the, what they call it, the core group, we serve on the executive committee also. Shri Kumar Gopalakrishna is there. All the directors of each chapter, like Raja Kirkire, Meena Shankar is the co-director, Mani Jagdishan, he is the director of Chinmaya Somnath right now, Shivalingam Vanam, he is the Frederick chapter director, Balaji Ramakrishnan, then Neelkant Bhatt is from Richmond chapter, Meena Bhatt is the co-director for that, Risha Agarwal, I'm sorry, Uday Nanavati ji, he is fundraising in charge, he is not here today, but I'll come to that later. Lakshmi Ravipati, she is also for the CHIC and the CSK group, and Dinesh Dhanushekaran, he is the publicity in charge. So, Uday Nanavati ji, he is behind the scenes for all this fundraising that happened today. So, round of applause for him, for all the dedicated work that he does. Of course, Risha ji, Lakshmi ji, and Dinesh ji, they are also very, very important contributing members to the EC. So we meet every month and review where we are, what we need to do, what the upcoming programs are, what are the needs for volunteers, and how to manage all those. So that's what is decided in the executive committee, and then executed on the decided policies and programs. The next slide, please. Now comes the main part, the Lakshmi that you provide. To carry on this program and to have the facilities, where does it come from? Where we are in last 30 years, from 1989 to now, we have 17.7 million worth of assets. These are before depreciation, which is Kailas Nivas, Chinmayam, Devi Nivas, Chinmayanandam land, which is debt-free, which we bought for about $1 million in 2018. Chinmaya Somnath is the only one that has any debt, and that is being reduced pretty fast. That's our goal, so that we can move on to build the Chinmayanandam. What are our liabilities currently? This was as of the end of 2021, I'm sorry. This was at the end of 2021. We had 8.4 million. Currently, it is close to 7.6 million, so we have paid out quite a bit of money to reduce our debt. Once we reduce the debt, we also reduce our interest burden. So we save and keep on paying more towards reducing our debt. That's the goal. So this is your Lakshmi at work right now. So bank mortgage, we started at 5.5 million. It is at 4.4 right now. That's the last year's figure. Then congregational loan, 2.5 million, and current portion of that was 1.35. The total was 3.8, and it is now down to close to 3 million, 3.3 million, sorry. So next slide, please. So as you can see that we have paid out the loan for all of these. I'll not go over the complete thing. The next slide, please. Yeah, as the slides say that the best assets that we have are our children. Your investment is in the children, not in the facilities. The facility is only a means to have them a roof over their head, whereby they cannot be driven out, because then we used to rent actually the public schools, and we could never have a permanent program because they could never assure us that the same facility will be available for us the next year and the next year and the next year. So we had to make sure that we have a permanent roof on our head, whereby we can plan our program and execute it year after year. so that you can see that what happened as the summer camp slide that you have seen. We could arrange all those things. The storage is available. In the public schools, we never had storage, so everyone has to lug all that material every single week, every single day. So this is what the source of revenue is. Your membership is 532,000. Capital projects donation that we have is 453,000. This is from 2021 figures. The summer camps provided 76,150. Because of this, it used to be 150. It has gone down considerably because of the pandemic, and we could not have the in-person camps. And even when we started the in-person camps now, we had to limit it to some extent because of the restrictions and also the precautions that we had to take. The tuition fees from the Chinmaya Blossoms is 209,000. It is a self-sufficient program. We actually got some grant also from the state of Virginia last year, mainly to continue the payroll. It was a payroll continuation grant from the Children's Center from the Virginia Department of Education, which is not included here. This is in 2022 I'm talking about. Then Guru Dakshina Guru Dakshina and Bhiksha that you provide is 258,000. The Yajnas, events and programs, $211,000. Rentals at the Chinmaya Somnath, mainly Chinmaya Somnath rentals, and also some grants that we received in last year for the PPP program, as they call it, Payroll Protection Program. The total was 119. So total revenue was 1,860,000, 61,000 roughly. Where did the money go? Next slide, please. Interest payment on the loans. That itself was 322,000, 323,000 roughly. But if you look at the figures for the 2020, 2018, 2019, so you can see that the number has gone down considerably. This year, it's gone to 322,000. In 2021, we completed actually the modification of our loan with the bank. We used to pay 4.6% interest. We got that modified to 3.6%. So you will see the reduction in the interest there also. The utilities, the repairs and maintenance, insurance, other operating expenses, which includes some of the donations also. And the Blossoms payroll. Loan principal payment was $530,000. For this year also, we are almost close to that number for loan repayment. And that's a good news. At least we are reducing the debt, so we can reduce also our interest payment next year, that you will see in the next year's slide. We can join. Your support is also needed in participating in all these programs. We have the study groups, the take-up any Seva program that we have. In the Vedanta teachers course that we have, we can meet the teachers one-on-one. Engage with the members of the EC or trustees if you have any questions, any suggestions. We'll always take them into consideration. And of course, I'm here to appeal that you donate generously. Next slide, please. There are many different ways that you can do that. So, as you can see, we started the, when we have the donation drives, usually at the end of the year, people donate. But throughout the year, we have expenses to pay for. So we started a program called Arpanam. So you can commit basically right from the beginning of the year to the end of the year for a specific amount. And those amounts were called Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, different categories and different levels of donations one can make. All the flyers are available outside, so you can take a look at it. And please join the program that we have for the Arpanam donation recognition program. So we have different ways of adopting that. The next place. Here is the way that you can do it. You had the appreciated stock. Currently the stock market is up. You have appreciated stocks. You can donate appreciated stock and not pay any capital gains on that, but the donation is completely recognized for the market value as of today. Whenever you give the staff donation. You can have a qualified charitable donation out of your RMD if you are qualified over 72 years of age. You can direct part of the money directly from the RMD to go to the charity. If you need any more information on that, you can contact me later on. Pay online, as of course, you can write a check. You can make a monthly contribution pledge through our Arpanam program. Convert whole or part of the congregation loan that you have given the CMWRC. You can make the interest-free loan, basically, for the mission. You can direct us to consider for, to say 2022, you're expecting some interest on your loan. You can let me know, and we'll mark that as interest-free loan only upon when you actually instruct me to do that. And that way it helps us also to manage our cash flow. Arpanam program is there, of course. You can contact me or Jay Shriram, who is my trustee and treasurer. So my number is here, my email address is here. You can call me or you can actually ask me any questions when we are here. So I will request now, I think the slides are over. Next slide is. Thank you. No, there was a slide there, I know. That's not there. Thanks a lot. So please do consider that picture of Lord Vishnuji with Lakshmiji serving him. Thank you very much. I'm requesting now Dinesh Jainji to come up on the stage. He has some important announcement to make. Dineshji.
Hari Om, everybody. Thank you, Prakashji. Hari Om, Swamiji. Happy birthday to you. We are all here because of you. And otherwise, this family would have been very small. And you can see the whole hall is full. So it's very impressive to see everybody coming here and celebrating with you. And thank you, Prakashji, for all this wonderful slide and giving all this presentation. In front of you is a beautiful, beautiful painting painted by one of our members of Chinmaya Somnath, Indra Ramesh. So today we'll be conducting a silent auction about this painting. This painting is Andal and Krishna. Andal was a very devotee of Lord Krishna, and it's an amazing story. I would encourage, if anybody has not read it, go home and read about it. It is an amazing, amazing story and such a beautiful painting that I would encourage everybody after this, my speech, to come over and look at it and get inspired. Andal always ruled, and Andal always ruled the heart of the Lord. With love and with love alone, she ruled. She rules forever and eternally. The auspicious Margazi Mausam that is significant of Andal is coming, beginning on Thursday, December 16th, and end on December 14th, 2023. So let me just tell you how this auction would work. The names of today's donor who are donating over $10,008 will go into a basket, and our Priya Swamiji will be picking a winner for the highest bidder from that basket of Guru Dakshina. After Prakashji has reviewed all the donations, a random name will be picked from the basket, and winner will be announced in the dinner hall this evening. The picture will be viewed in the lobby for anybody who wants to come and look at it. Now, I would like everybody to raise their hands. Everybody, raise your hands. We want to show Swamiji how much we love him. Raise it higher, higher. I don't see it. We can go higher. Now, take these hands and dip into your pocket. Deep, deep pockets. Because tonight, my appeal is to show Swamiji how much we love him. All right? Why I came to Chinmaya Mission? Not because I wanted anything, because my wife dragged me. She said, let's go to Chinmaya Mission and we're going to get some knowledge. And I said, what will I get? I didn't know what I got. I got a better self of me. That's what mission gave me, and a big family that we are here together. So, see around yourself, see around you. This is a family that Swamiji's blessing has created and got us all together. So today is the day we want to show Swamiji how much we appreciate him and how much we want to give back because of his blessings. So with that, I would like to welcome Swamiji on stage for a small gift of appreciation from Chandana Angara. I would also like to call Chandana Angara to come and give a gift to Swamiji.
We would also like to invite Chaitanya on stage to present with Chandanaji. Chaitanya.
Can we have a round of applause for Swamiji? And a big cheer. This is the time. I didn't hear you guys. Louder. Louder.
I was working on just parting in for you to show my appreciation and love for you, Swamiji. Happy birthday.
That is Chaitanya. Chaitanya, the enlivening principle. He is enlivening the shawl. So I'm enlivened. Thank you, Chaitanya. And he learned this, how to, what do you call it, weaving? Huh? Crochet. He learned through YouTube. So, all you can contact Chaitanya for making shawls for you, and you have to only pay double the price, because the double he gets, he'll give it to me. Thank you, Chaitanya. And this is Andal. Andal is one who ruled in Tamil. Tamil is called Andal. She ruled the Lord himself. You can rule the Lord only through love. Through love, she conquered his heart. Now the Margai Masam is coming. North Indian pronouncing Margai Masam, but not. Did you hear he pronounced Margai Masam? He said Margai Masam, only I understood that. So Margai Masam, and Andal is known for Margai Masam. So if you want to rule the Lord himself, be like Andal. She rules the Lord through love. Love, even Gurudev, you can conquer Gurudev only through love. No other way. So Ishvara can be conquered not by intellect, not by your knowledge,
only by bhakti, the love. Love makes you identify with him, you disappear. So Lord alone is. Thus you conquer him. So I am 16. What did I say? I mean 16 Celsius. If you did not understand 16 Celsius, 16 degrees Celsius, I am very happy. But I remain as 16 Celsius. You can ask Siri, what is 16 Celsius? She will tell you. So basically, age is not age. Age is a mainly matter of mind. And if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Isn't it? And now I come under the category of elderly. And I'm very happy about it. Because as you become when you come under elderly category, you argue less and less. Why? Because you can't hear. So you argue less. Isn't it great? If older people are not arguing means, it's not that they are nicer. They can't hear. Great. So, be elderly and argue less. And people tell me, Swamiji, as you grow older, you start losing your mind. But I tell you, you don't miss much. They don't tell you that. So they tell you only you will lose your mind, but you will not miss much. But what mind? It's good to lose it into the reality. And I heard that as you grow older, you become more and more creative, especially after 60. You become creative. What you are saying? Only after 60 you'll be creative. So be creative. How? By becoming a sattvika karta. That's what the chapter 18 is going on. So it's constantly in my mind. A doer with a quiet mind, along with alert and vigilant intellect. That's called sattvika karta. And who is the person who has the quiet mind along with alert and vigilant intellect? He is mukta sangha, anahamvadi, dhruti utsaha samanvita, siddhya siddhyor nirvikara. Understood? Don't worry about it. Yeah. So whenever you are coming to me, meet me with Guru Dakshina, each word I can explain. Mukta sangha means without any selfishness, no selfish attachments. And anahamvadi, never bragging. I did that, I did this. No. If you're South Indian, ayya, Swamiji, ayye did everything. Nobody does anything. Ayye did everything. Pure Telugu or pure Tamil. Tamil also is, yara onnum pandradilla Swami. Nane dana. Tamil. Every age, nene. Same thing in English. Nobody does anything. Ayye do everything. So pure Telugu and Tamil. That's called bragging. Never brags. A sattvika karta. And dhruti means he has the forbearance, the fortitude. Come what may, he will reach the goal. That fortitude. That's a sattvika karta. And utsaha, enthusiasm. He is not only enthusiastic, he enthuses everyone. That's the sattvika karta. And siddhi asiddhi means success or anything else. I don't call it failure because there's no failure. Success or anything else. He's nirvikara, means he's balanced. Any ups and downs, always maintains the balance. Balanced. He alone is a true worker. So who is a true worker? You will see a video.
Who is a true worker? Cultural work is by its nature creative work which demands a response from that for which it is created. You, the true Sevika or Sevak, should not expect recognition of your work from either the people or from your own organization. To hope for patronage from the public is futile because it is in the nature of your work that not all will patronize and very few will understand you. But once the public does recognize the cultural worker, they will lay enough adulation at your feet, even to the point of destroying you. Either way, the cultural worker faces a hazard. You, the worker, must be capable of surviving both neglect and appreciation. That itself is a great tapascharya, austerity, and this capacity you can discover in yourself only when you are in love with the work. The true spiritual worker must calmly work on in the face of jealousy, passions and competitions, even within his or her own institution. You cannot avoid these things. To expect it to be otherwise is foolish. Our work is not outside this world, and this is the nature of the world. Also in the world, in trying to do good, you are likely to get only kicks. Don't wait for the consolation of getting appreciation from others. Discover goodness in yourself, seek it in others, and do as much good as you can. You will then find that every moment is rewarding. You will find your happiness in the feeling of doing what you wanted to do in the world. This must be the attitude of a Sevika or Sevak, the true worker, Satvika Karta.
Keep smiling. Keep sharing your shares. Keep giving. That's called thanksgiving. Thereafter, thanks living. And when I said after 60 you become creative, you may not believe it is a scientific fact. So the brain of the elderly, watch.
The director of the George Washington University School of Medicine argues that the brain of an older person is much more practical than is commonly believed. At this age, the interaction of the right and left hemispheres of the brain becomes harmonious, which expands our creative possibilities. That is why among people over 60 years of age, you can find many personalities who have just started their creative activities. Of course, the brain is no longer as fast as it was in youth. However, it gains flexibility. Therefore, with age, we are more likely to make the right decisions and are less exposed to negative emotions. The peak of human intellectual activity occurs around the age of 70, when the brain begins to function at full strength. Over time, the amount of myelin in the brain increases, a substance that facilitates the rapid passage of signals between neurons. Due to this, intellectual abilities increase by 300% compared to the average. Also interesting is the fact that after 60 years, a person can use two hemispheres at the same time. This allows you to solve much more complex problems. Professor Monchi Uri from the University of Montreal believes that the old person's brain chooses the path that consumes less energy, eliminates the unnecessary, and leaves only the right options to solve the problem. A study was conducted involving different age groups. Young people were very confused when passing the tests, while those over 60 years of age made the right decisions. Now, let's look at the characteristics of the brain between the ages of 60 and 80. They are really pink. Number 1. Neurons in the brain do not die as everyone around you says. The connections between them simply disappear if one does not engage in mental work. Number 2. Distraction and forgetfulness arise due to an overabundance of information. Therefore, it is not necessary for you to concentrate your whole life on unnecessary trifles. Number 3. From the age of 60, a person, when making decisions, does not use one hemisphere at the same time as young people, but both. Number 4. Conclusion. If a person leads a healthy lifestyle, moves, has viable physical activity, and is fully mentally active, intellectual abilities do not decrease with age. They simply grow, reaching a peak at the age of 80 to 90 years. So, do not be afraid of old age. Strive to develop intellectually. Learn new crafts. Make music. Learn to play musical instruments. Paint pictures. Dance. Take an interest in life. Meet and communicate with friends. Plan for the future. Travel as best as you can. Do not forget to go to shops, cafes, shows. Do not lock yourself alone. It's destructive to anyone. Live with the thought, all good things are still ahead of me. Therefore, if you're 60, 70 or 80 years old, you're at the best level of your life.
Do you believe? You need not believe. This is a fact. I'm experiencing already. So thank you all very much for coming. In our 15 minutes, you're going to enjoy much more. So it's great to see you all. Thank you very much.
Now we would like to call Rakshan, Veda, and Mitra onto the stage for chanting Brahmarpanam. We would also like to invite Sitaram ji onto the stage for the vote of thanks.
Give them the mics. Stand here so they can see them. They can see. Let the children come here.
They'll be there, Swami. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Meaning
Lord Sri Krishna impresses upon Arjuna that the whole life is a yajna. Yajna means worship or selfless dedicated service. Even the act of eating is a yajna. Eating is not merely for enjoying food, but mainly to sustain the body, to fulfill our responsibilities cheerfully or even tearfully. 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 Just do it. Chumase, sumase, se, sumne madu, bas kardo, karun tak, kore deen, kari nako, chakde phatte. कर्म समाधिना हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Very good. Very good.
Hari Om. So Lakshmananji will present Swamiji with Chinmaya Smriti.
Keep this in your smriti. Chinmaya Smriti. By the way, smriti means memory. That's what I meant. Keep it in your memory. Chinmaya memory. Conscious memory of consciousness.
Hari Om. So, as we saw today, a lot of love for Swamiji, and Swamiji touched all of us. And the first words that came to my mind as I was writing this together, vote of thanks, was Gurudeva Tava Mahaniya Kripa. We are so blessed. And thank you, Gurudev, and thank you, Swamiji. This was such an auspicious occasion, and we are blessed with a very wonderful venue, very easy to find location, and very convenient location. A wonderful celebration, great snack earlier today for those of you who are in time, and a delicious dinner awaits as soon as I finish. So. Today we saw wonderful, heartfelt, grateful, and loving tributes to Swamiji expressed through voice, video, and art. And what Lakshmananji just offered to Swamiji are our tributes in word, which are memories, reflections, pictures, and poetry. So I know some of you already picked up your copies. Everyone gets, every family gets a copy, so please make sure that you take yours. So that's the Prasada Pustika for today. Thanks to all of you who expressed your tributes to Swamiji in so many different ways, and for all the sevaks who really organized this event. They worked tirelessly for days, weeks, and months. And as Prakashji said, Udayji is the man behind the scene. He couldn't be here today, but he was really the person who pulled it all together. And he was helped immensely by Andrea and Vidya Vembar, Sri Vidya Vembar. And today we had MC Krishnapriya, who did a wonderful job and kind of guided us through. Thank you, Krishnapriya. And this facility, we would like to thank Lori Batista. I don't know if she's here in the hall. Thank you so much. And also to the facilities team of this location, Our Lady of the Good Counsel, for hosting us so warmly and for making everything perfect for our celebration. And Mr. Pandey, if you are in the audience. So Mr. Pandey is who did our food arrangements. So we are all waiting to eat the food right now. And today in audience we have Mr. Sid Kere from Richmond chapter. Here. Welcome. So his association with the mission goes back to the founding of the Richmond chapter, and he took the time to travel all the way from Richmond to be here today. Thank you. And also, we have many who remain associated with the mission, They served the mission, they did a lot of seva, and then they moved on. But some of them showed up here today. We welcome you, and we also invite you to remain associated with the mission by becoming members, because there's a lot going on in the mission, a lot of activity, a lot more energy, especially as we are coming out of the pandemic. And our sevaks are really coming up with new ideas. Some of them are over 60, so they're very creative. So I would ask all of you to really become members. It really helps us in many different ways, as Prakashji was trying to explain. Yeah, when he goes to the bank and says, these are our members, and he can show the numbers, they actually will take us more seriously. So when he sees the membership numbers and the Arpanam donor sign-ups, etc. So, and one thing I wanted to share with you that you all know is that what we have is something really special. You know, Gurudev started something really special, and Swamiji really developed it for us. And this center has been growing and glowing. And as you all have seen through all the tributes, and Swamiji to us not only reminds us to do thanks living all year, but he personifies it and he teaches that. So, and through him and our sevaks, our center is growing and glowing. So as you begin to think about Guru Dakshina, please keep that in mind. So for Guru Dakshina today, we are thinking of two lines. One would be, if you just make your way to the back on that side, you can pick up your copy of the Smriti and go over to the dining area, and Swamiji will be, once he comes there, you will have time to take pictures with him and also talk to him. And for those of you who are going to stay here, what you're being asked is to come around this area here, all the way against the wall, and make your way to the stage, and then walk up to the altar, offer your Guru Dakshina in the basket there, and then you can do prostrations here, and then walk all the way down, and Swamiji will be seated at the chair over there, and then he will offer you the Prasada Pustika. You can do your pranams and then make your way in this aisle to the back and to the dining area. We want to move the lines very quickly, so we ask that you don't pause where Swamiji is seated. If you just kind of move along, and then in the dining area, you will have plenty of time to talk to Swamiji and take pictures. So as you make the line, please stay silent. There are a couple of songs that will be sung to keep the atmosphere very auspicious and prayerful. So with that prayerful attitude, please form your lines. I think that's pretty much it. So, yep. And then one last announcement. Swamiji has a Gita Jnana Yajna coming up December 26th through 30. It's on chapter 2, verses 37 to 53 on Buddhi Yoga. So the children actually sang those verses in the beginning. And one of the most famous verses in Bhagavad Gita that everyone talks about is Karmanyeva Adhikaraste. That is at the heart of Buddhi Yoga that Swamiji will be teaching in December. And if you haven't heard it, you should. If you have heard it before, you should hear it again, because it is really beautiful. So please join Swamiji's class in December. Thank you. Hari Om.